If you've ever watched Transylvania 5000 and wondered why one character completely hijacks your attention every time she's on screen, you're not alone. Today we're diving into Geena Davis's vampire character Odette, easily the most memorable part of this 1985 cult comedy. We'll break down the film's chaotic plot and why Odette's look became such an iconic mix of Gothic glamour and classic monster movie energy. Because let's be honest, without Odette, this movie would be remembered very differently. Released in 1985, Transylvania 5000 is New World Pictures' attempt at parodying Universal monsters. The film follows two American tabloid reporters who travel to Transylvania chasing rumors of those monsters. What they actually find is a bizarre village filled with mad scientists, misunderstood creatures, and a rotating cast of famous faces including Jeff Goldblum, Ed Begley Jr., Carol Kane, Jeffrey Jones, and of course, Geena Davis. The movie plays like a live-action cartoon. It's goofy, over the top, and packed with slapstick humor. Critics weren't kind to it at the time.
Transylvania 5000, a horror comedy that was mostly a horror.
But over the years, it's gained somewhat of a cult status, mostly because of its cast and nostalgic monster vibes. And right in the middle of the chaos is Odette. Geena Davis plays Odette, the mysterious vampire lurking in the castle walls, stalking Ed Begley Jr.'s Gil Turner. Unlike traditional evil vampires, Odette is playful, flirtatious, confident, and a bit of a stage 5 clinger. With that being said, every scene she's in makes you wish you were Gil Turner.
Did you want to hurt me?
Hurt you? No. Bite you?
Wait a minute.
What makes Odette stand out isn't just that she's a vampire, or should I say, thinks she's a vampire, as it's revealed later in the film that she only pretends to be one to get attention from men due to her low self-esteem. Is that she's presented as a figure that seems just as relevant in today's social media society as she was in the 1980s me generation frame of mind. Because of that, she becomes the film's visual anchor, the character audiences remember long after the plot fades. Let's talk about Odette's appearance, because that's where most of her legacy comes from. Her design blends several vampire traditions. Classic Universal Dracula influence, black hair, a black cloak with red lining and what is meant to mimic Bela Lugosi's original attire, and a bow tie. And 1980s glamour, the tuxedo being replaced by a very low-cut one-piece number with stockings that make her look very similar to something that would be worn by the very popular 1980s dance troupe for the television show Solid Gold. Instead of going full scary monster, the film leans into making Odette visually captivating. Her on-screen presence is about out-and-out sex appeal, even though despite this, her early interactions with Gil still have him treating her as if she's something to fear and not something a teenage boy would have pinned onto his wall. It's also worth noting that this was early in Geena Davis's career. She hadn't yet become the action star of The Long Kiss Goodnight or the Oscar-winning actress audiences would later know. This role helped showcase her screen charisma and star potential, among other things. That is definitely a role that would be considered unbecoming of post-fame Davis. Odette doesn't need long monologues. She sells the character with expression, body language, and attitude. Interesting enough, this film is where the romantic relationship between Davis and Goldblum would start, which led to the two working together in films like 1986's The Fly, and another movie where Davis would shine in revealing clothing, 1988's Earth Girls Are Easy. The two would even be married for a short time, which Davis chronicles in her 2022 memoir. So clearly that costume did more than just mesmerize filmgoers, it started a whole real-life relationship. The character Odette succeeds because she doesn't take herself too seriously, and neither does the movie. She isn't portrayed as a tragic or tortured. Instead, she's playful and completely unaware that she's the hottest thing in the movie. That alone makes her a more complicated character that you would think exists in a movie like this. At the same time, she still fits within classic vampire tradition, mysterious, stylish, slightly dangerous, and completely magnetic. She represents a shift in vampire portrayals during the 1980s, moving away from pure horror and toward pop culture appeal. And honestly, for many viewers, Odette became the main reason to keep watching. The plot wanders, the jokes don't always land, but whenever Odette shows up, the movie suddenly has energy again. While Transylvania 5000 isn't remembered as a classic film, Odette is remembered as a cult favorite vampire character. She stands out because she exists at the intersection of comedy, horror, classic monster homage, and 1980s pop culture style. And she helps cement Geena Davis as a performer who could dominate the screen, even in a silly monster comedy. It's also one of the rare times Davis played a character that leaned heavily into sexy Gothic fantasy aesthetics, making it a unique entry in her filmography. So while Transylvania 65000 may be messy, goofy, and uneven, Odette is timeless. Geena Davis manages to turn a supporting role in a strange monster comedy into one of the film's most unforgettable elements. Stylish and full of personality with no self-awareness, Odette proves that sometimes the best part of a movie isn't the story, it's the character who steals every scene. Don't forget to like and subscribe and let me know, was Odette your favorite part of the movie? Was she the sexiest female vampire to exist in a comedy spoof? And if not, who was? She could be in the next video. Thanks for watching. If you like these recaps, please leave a like and subscribe and hit the bell icon to know every time I update. There is now an option to be a channel member where you'll get access to exclusive recaps from late night vampire catalogs like Showtime, Cinemax After Dark, USA Up All Night, and much more. If you want to help my channel grow, please check out my Patreon where members can get exclusive content that can't be uploaded on YouTube along with download options. Link is in the description.